Hello students, welcome to the first lecture of the series Mathematics. This is the first topic we are going to discuss, double and triple integrals. So let us start with the first topic, double and triple integrals. What are the objectives of our study? In this we will be going to study, let's see what are the contents. We will learn in this series summation in two directions, double integrals, triple integrals, applications of double and triple integrals, and alternative notations for the double and triple integrals, determination of area by multiple integrals, and determination of volumes by multiple integrals. So let us start. Summation in two directions. So we are trying to find out the area enclosed by some boundaries. Here let's see that if we'll consider this shaded part, so we need to find out the area of this shaded part. Just to reach to this shaded part, we'll have to go towards in both the directions, in the x direction and in the y direction. As we can see, this is a rectangle and the area of the rectangle can be obtained by the product of its breadth and its length. The difference this between the two values, this is denoted by the del x, and this difference onto the y axis is denoted by del of y, because this is the smaller difference in the two values of the y. So this is the del y. What we mean by the summation in two directions, the area that is enclosed by the shaded portion of the rectangle bounded by four lines. The area is bounded by four lines. One is x is equal to r, x is equal to s, y is equal to k, and y is equal to n. So you can see the area is enclosed by four boundaries. X is equal to r, x is equal to s, and then y is equal to k, and y is equal to m. So these are the four boundaries by which the area is enclosed. The area of the vertical strip, that is given by, we can find out the area of the vertical strip with this formula, just by summing up all the values of del y and del x. That is the summation in the both directions. So this can also be written as, the summation in both the directions can also be written as all the values of del y starting from k to m, as we have two boundaries k and m in the y direction, and for the x it has to be del x with the two values starting from the r to the end s, because this is bounded by the two boundaries, x is equal to r and x is equal to s. This summation can be represented by integrals. So the same summation can be represented by the integral in the way dy y will begin from the k to m and x will begin from r to s. Let us see the example of this vertical strip. Here we can see that this is the vertical strip which is bounded by these boundaries onto the x axis with r and s, onto the y axis with k and with m. So obviously the area of this can be calculated by summing up the values of del x from r to s and the values of del y from k to m, and can be represented by the integral form. So the area will be written with this integral form. Now let us obtain the solution of this integration. The inner integral will be solved. In the case of the double integral, we first solve the inner integral. So we will solve first the y part, which is dy part. As we know, this is a constant 1, so the integral of 1 will be y with the boundary values y is equal to k and m. So we have m minus k. Now on integrating this, m minus k will behave as a constant. So the integral of this will be m minus k into x, where the boundary values on x will be applied from r to s. So this will be m minus k dot s minus r, which is length into breadth. So we can see into the equation, m minus k is the length and s minus r is the breadth. So let's see, m minus k, so the length, this is the length which will be indicated obviously by m minus k, and the breadth, this is the breadth of the area which will be indicated by s minus r. And just by integrating this, we will find out the actual result of the complete area. So this is length into breadth. In the similar way, we can also see by using a horizontal strip. So in this case, we have applied the horizontal strip to evaluate the area del A, the area of the rectangle. Now we can see that the area is again bounded by 4 boundaries, where x is the boundaries of x are these and boundaries of y are these. So again, this in the same way we can apply the summation of both the values and can be converted to the integral. So this is the summation in the same way we have seen, and this summation can be converted to integral. The only difference is that in this case we have dx as inner integral, and in the previous one we had dy as the inner integral. In the same way, if this area is represented by the integral, and just by performing the integration, we will use the inner integral first. So this time the result will be x with the boundaries r to s. Now just substituting the value, by substituting the value we have s minus r. Now we'll operate this with the respect to dx. So this will be s minus r dot m minus k. Again, this will result in breadth into length, and as we know the product is commutative, so it doesn't affect whether we write length into breadth or we write breadth into length. The result is always same, that is the area of the rectangle. So in this way we can find out the area of the rectangle, and here the order of integration does not matter. In the next lecture, we'll talk about the double and triple integrals. Thank you so much.